Welcome back to our English tropical garden. It's May and I wanted to give you an update as I haven't done a video for a little while. So this is the seated area where I sit quite often and contemplate what I'm going to do next in the garden. It's quite a peaceful place. I like it. Used to be the barbecue area, well, just where they were stored. Anyway, so that's the garden. The palms are looking good. I've trimmed this one here, and I'm not sure, you probably can't see, but I've put some little lights in, so they sparkle, they twinkle in the evening. Going back, right, I've moved this Acer. It was by the pond over here, the wildlife pond, but I needed to make sure that I gave it plenty of water, so it's on the irrigation system now. Less to worry about, to be fair. The ferns are looking magnificent. Look at these. This one here, I think it's a Dixonia, but I'm not 100% sure. And this is the shuttlecock fern. The Dixonia, if that's its name, is in a pot, so I have to keep making sure I water that. But yeah, the ferns are looking lovely. It's the wildlife pond. A rhododendron here. It might be an azalea actually, looking at the leaf. No, it's an azalea. That's been really, really pretty. The flags are out here. Iris is its proper name. Here we have the tree fern, which is looking magnificent. I cut off the old stems that had gone brown and died. So here we have our papyrifus. Again, that's looking splendid. But then down here we've got some little native geraniums. Aquilegia. Bees like this, look. Hello, bee. They're liking it there. So that's all good. I have yuccas here. They're a big feature in the garden. They're quite spiteful. They've got a nasty spike, so you have to be a bit careful with them. What I tend to do, and what Roger used to do, is if they're low, particularly when we had pets, but also small children, cut the points off very carefully. You don't notice, but it just makes them a little bit safer for people's eyes. So another palm, Trachycarpus. Got a peach tree. The peaches don't get very big, but they does fruit and they are edible. Problem is they're always ready all at the same time, so that's not ideal. This bit of garden here I've got to do some work to. I'm not quite sure. I need to trim the holly back, but we've had birds nesting, so I'm leaving that for the moment. One of my absolute little joys is the semperviviums, which I like. They're doing really well there. I've got a fern that's just appeared out of nowhere. Don't know where it's come. Well, I have got ferns in the garden, and it can only be that it's come from a spore of that. But what's even more special, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you. Oh, here's the fish. The fish are looking magnificent as well. I'm really pleased. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But I noticed here, look, I've got another fern that's just appeared here. Never noticed it last year, and I'm really chuffed with that. So that's some good news. So right, going back to the pond. So I've had all sorts of trials and tribulations with the pond. as you'll probably know if you followed me since I lost Roger. And one of the filters was leaking, and I've actually decommissioned that. Basically, what I've had to do, I've invested in 2 new filters. I've got 14 fish here, koi, mirror carp. There's a what's the other one called? An orf. There were more, but anyway. So going back to the filter, if you follow me up here, this is a little area, walking through round area. The filters are here, and this one, it was not a cheap one to buy, but it's got these 2 handles here, and I can actually clean it in situ without having to empty it, which was quite a hard job. So now you turn the pump off, you agitate these, and then the water, you turn the pump back on and get some water come out, turn it off again, agitate, turn it back on, and basically you empty about 5 bucket loads, and these actually clean the sponges inside. They agitate them as they go up and down, and it just saves so much work. So I'll probably do a video actually of doing that. Here I've got a native dogwood. They're native to the UK. Didn't plant it, it's just come of its own fruition. I have to keep trimming it back because it's quite a prolific grower, but it's not doing any harm here. More ferns. And then we've got another little area here that was doing nothing. It was just full of pots, hundreds of pots, which I've managed to find a home for. And I've planted it now with shade-loving plants. Got an astilbe here, a couple of hostas. Now what I've done here, I've put some like wool-type pellets around to hopefully protect it from slugs. It's worked so far, but to be honest, we've hardly had any rain for ages, so the slugs don't really like that anyway. So yeah, here we have some more ferns. I've forgotten the name of this, but they're all shade loving. This geranium here I bought at a local museum that had a little garden area, and it's just doing wonderfully. It loves it there. These little busy lizzies, they're just to go out somewhere. So right, keep going. I haven't got home for the ladder, so the ladder has to live there. Another palm going up. And the noise you can hear is the air pump, the aerator for the pond. Here I have a buddleia. It's not the usual buddleia, it's a smaller one, so it doesn't grow quite so much. Again, the butterflies love that. And then I had this chimnea, and it's rotten, as you can see, and I decided that I would put a plant in it. I planted this here just to give a little bit of a feature by the shed, and put a little bit of screening up from the water butt. Something found this and sat all over it. I don't know if it was a cat or a squirrel, but anyway, I've had to put little stakes in to try and protect it. So yeah, and the bees love this as well, although they're not around today, so we'll see where we go with there. This is a willow, and a lot of it died, my fault I'm afraid, with everything going on. So what I've done, I'll show you. Let's go head right now into the greenhouse, and I've taken some cuttings. They've been here about a week, and I'm hoping that they will root. Not sure that's the right idea. I might actually have a think and put them in a pot with a bag, rooting compost, and put a bag over them and create a little mini greenhouse. I'm not sure, but anyway, they're ticking along. So I want to plant them with the other salix, willow, and try and recreate what was there before. So I've got a few tomatoes, not many, 3, and I planted some lettuce leaves underneath, salad leaves, not lettuce leaves, which are doing quite nicely. I have a pepper here and a couple of cucumbers, and here we've got the agaves that survived the winter. Here they like the sun, so they're okay. They're having a happy time. I did lose a banana that was in the greenhouse. C'est la vie, as they say. This is the New Zealand flax. I've given it a good tidy up. It had a lot of dead around the bottom, so I've tidied that. I also installed myself this trellis because the fence panel was lower than the neighbours, and I just wanted to kind of level it off a little bit. I've also got a grapevine growing behind, which can grow around the trellis. And my cousin Lorraine treated me to this clematis, which I've planted now, and I've got to put some wire up to the trellis. It's got some growth going here, so when it starts to grow a bit more, I can train it up the wire that I'm going to put. So it's beautiful. Little seated area. Honeysuckle here. It's past its best, but it's still looking lovely. I need to prune it all back when it's finished flowering, but we'll do that. We'll do that another time. So, got a rose here that's called Fabulous 60 that was given to me as a gift. Yeah, so back round here we have the pond again, and now we're coming back down to the bottom of, or the garden near the house. I've got a rose just coming out over here at the back that you can see, that's actually called the Gourmet Grandad, which was gifted to my daughter after we lost Roger. It's just coming into flower, so I'm really chuffed with that. Here's a bonsai tree, needs a little bit of a trim, slightly neglected, but it's over 50 years old now. I have water going into it so that it doesn't ever dry out, so I put the irrigation system on. More ferns. Gunnera, not looking particularly happy, but it's been very, very dry. And then you can see the colour in the background, which is the seated area again. More ferns. And here I've put out for the summer a colocasia. In the winter I had it in the conservatory. So that's loving life. Look, it's got new growth coming here. It's got a flower coming actually. Hopefully it'll put up more leaves as well. So yeah, it's loving it there. So all in all, gardens, I'm really pleased. It's like starting to shape up now. There's always so many things to do, but yeah, I'm really, really pleased. I've put these out now for the summer that seem they're multiplying. I dunk them in rainwater once a week, once a fortnight, and they're just they're loving it here. So yeah, I'm really, really, really pleased. So now we're back into the seated area. So I hope you've enjoyed this little walk around the garden. I've not covered everything that's in the garden, but I just wanted to give you a bit of a walk through and a bit of an update really. So if you like, please subscribe, and I'll be back soon. Thank you. Bye bye.